A mosque in Tokyo has just been ordered to be demolished. The very same mosque that the Pakistan's ambassador just cut the ribbon on. Now, depending on which side of the internet you're on, it's either proof that Japan has been taken over, or again, yet another proof that Japan hates Muslims. It's a little bit more complicated than that, so let me walk you through it. This is Kawagoe, Saitama, just on the outskirts of Tokyo. A Muslim community, a lot of them Pakistanis, built a mosque there. It's a beautiful mosque. The problem is the land that it sits on. See, in Japan, land gets a classification. This plot sits in what's called an urbanization controlled area, meaning it's forest and green space that the government specifically has protected. You can own the land outright but still not be able to build upon it without special permission. This is nothing new. It seems that the community there didn't get the permission. No application was filed. The city apparently only found out when the local residents saw the structure being built upon and complained. And that was back in 2024, so it's been quite a while. Now, by the time the inspectors came, the shell was looking to already be finished. So the city issued stopping orders, but the construction continued anyway. Allegedly, the company even promised the city that it was going to pull the building down. It is way beyond me why they went and continued to have the opening ceremony and have the Pakistan's ambassador to go and open it too. Mayor called it for what it was, an act of defiance, which even to me sounds like it's going in that direction, right? But that's when things just blew up, and internet being the internet, the comments just flooded. Foreign ambassador opening a building that the city told to stop. Pakistan immediately distanced itself from it. They said that the ambassador was assured that the permits were in order and reminded its citizens to follow Japanese law. Here's the part people skip. So look, Japan's planning system is a little complicated and land rules are intuitive. Even Japanese people get caught by these. Community pools its money where to pray, maybe trusts the wrong contractor, and okay, you can have a little bit of an understanding if it went in that direction, especially as a foreigner, right? When you know how complicated things can get here. But this wasn't just one missed form. Apparently it was stopping orders that were ignored, promised to demolish, and then an opening ceremony held anyway. Allegedly, they even argued that the building was already there. City checked the records and the photos, and it wasn't obviously there. So no, you don't get to skip on the rules, even though that your cause is good. Now, Muslim or non-Muslim, Pakistani or non-Pakistani, everyone would agree with me on this one. Especially how much we're in the spotlight now here in Japan. But watch what happens next. Now, I'm not giving them much leave. I'd like to think I'm taking an unbiased approach to this. But planning violation, the kind of thing that happens with houses, shops too, even with local Japanese, becomes Muslims are taking over Japan. Lesson cuts both ways. If you're living here and you're building here, you have to follow Japan's rules to the letter. You stay transparent, you bring your neighbors with you. Look, it's fair to say we're in a situation here as Muslims living in Japan. Things like this shouldn't be happening. So we need to encourage everyone, Muslim or non-Muslim, foreigners living here in Japan, to follow the rules. Now, there's a difference between making a few cultural mistakes when you come here and learning from them versus ignoring planning permission. Mistakes are going to happen regardless anywhere you go. Humans are going to be humans. But let's do our best to put the right foot forward.